Hello, magical scorpions. It is I, Lucian. Welcome to Crossed Paths. Sorry, I had to hesitate there for a minute. It's going to take me some while to get used to saying Crossed Paths. Anyways, today I decided to switch it all up today and talk about hair, you guys, because even though I practice hoodoo, witchcraft, voodoo, I've been getting a lot of people asking me, "Hey Lucian, you're a hairdresser. How do you do certain things to make my hair more luscious and beautiful?" And right now I'm just kind of talking to myself, because a lot of people kind of didn't realize I changed the name and they're like, "Who the hell is Crossed Paths?" But it's me. Hi, Owl's Perch. How are you? So, yes, I will probably repeat what I just said because no one else saw what I just said, anyways. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Yeah, welcome, guys, to Crossed Paths. This is going to be so weird to say. It's probably going to take me like 50 times to remember this damn channel name since I changed it from Conjurer's Table. And hi, Tessa. How are you? So, as I said earlier, you guys, I decided to switch things up from the usual hoodoo voodoo. Oh, Dave can hop in here for a second.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
We decided to change it up because
I'm saying hi.
And because Dave's bald. So yeah, we decided to change things up from the normal hoodoo, witchcraft, voodoo stuff that we normally post because I've been getting a lot of people asking me how to help their hair look more lustrous, beautiful when they're trying to grow it out long. How do they deal with curly hair? How to deal with straight hair? Everything in between. So let's see here. Who else do we have here? Hello, Opal. How are you? Dave said hi. And he went back into his little world of absolutely... I have no idea. What are you watching?
Huh?
What are you watching?
Oh, just watching like parts of a movie.
Oh, okay.
Why?
I guess he's watching parts of a movie. Well,
Yeah.
jump on in and say hi for a second,
I did.
So,
it's just I don't have hair, so this doesn't really, it bores me.
I know you don't have hair. You're bald.
I'm bald.
Hi, Deborah. Hello.
Now, if you do a segment on shining up a big shiny head, now that's something I can get behind. Because, we just buff it up like that.
You may not be smart, you may not be tall, but hey, your head's shiny like a big rubber ball. Just kidding. Hi, Christine.
Let me fix this. Hold on. Wait.
Ooh, now it looks better. Now you can actually see where my eyes are. But yeah. Owl's Perch said, "Oh, hi, Ozark. How are you?" Thank you. Yes, we changed the channel name finally after a while trying to figure it out. Well, okay. That's
I figured it out.
It was more like I was lazy. I already knew how to change it. Owl's Perch says, "Doesn't he have to take care of his scalp?" Yeah, he actually. Well, not really.
I shave it.
He shaves it. That's about as much maintenance as Dave
just
uses.
Use regular soap on it. I don't even need shampoo. I just kind of soap it up.
Yeah, he just soaps it up. Unlike me, who has these long, gorgeous locks that I take care of. Yes, girl. Don't you want locks like this that are shiny and long? And ooh, Lucian, what's your secret? But I will tell you the secret to having long, luscious hair. Hi, Denise. Step 1. Stop coloring your hair every 5 seconds, ladies. No, I know, I get it. You guys have to cover your grays because, God forbid you have a little gray showing. But no, there are a lot of tips and tricks I can tell you guys because I know a lot of people nowadays love to color their hair. They love to color natural colors, the fun fantasy colors.
You color your grays.
And I actually colored my hair from... Oh geez, what was I? It was like a kind of coppery color to all of a sudden I decided to, for once in my life, embrace my dark locks. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Jess. Oops, I do great. Carolyn said, "No, it won't stay red." Well, so step 1, guys, is if you have to color your hair, if you want to maintain the color that you have, because I know a lot of people that are like, oh my God, I apply the same color at home and just every single time my hair just gets darker and darker and darker. The reason being, guys, is because color is designed to darken your hair. So that's why you'll put in like a medium brown color, and over time you've applied it like probably 3 times, and all of a sudden it's my color. To avoid that, I definitely suggest only coloring your roots each time. And the only time I would suggest pulling it through the ends is if you want to refresh the existing color. So for example, if you had gray roots and then like medium brown here, but it lifted to a light brown because over time hair color does fade and it gets lighter. So that's the only time you pull it through. But obviously you do not pull it through and leave it on the full amount of time that you would with your roots. You leave it on at the root for about 15 minutes, then pull it through and only leave it in for the remaining 15 more minutes, and then everything will be even. Woo! Hi, Justin. Hi, Patty Pat. Thanks, Marge. Hi, Marge. Hi, Paris. Hold on. So I'm going to go back up here. Your black hair is hairtastic.
Fantastic.
Oh, hairtastic. I knew that.
I think it's what it's supposed to be.
Not coloring my hair anymore. Actually, it's interesting because my manager read that she was looking up something to do with hair color and its effects with causing cancer. And she said that she read somewhere that actually hair color from level 5 and below, which is darker, actually is what causes so-called cancer. It's not bleaching your hair. It's not lifting your hair to blonde. It's like actually dyeing your hair with the darker colors. Now, I don't know for a fact if that's actually true. That's something she read and she told us this morning, but I'm not really quite sure. So what if I want purple hair with natural stuff? So Christine, with that, I suggest, for one thing, guys, a tip if you want your hair to be shiny is to, after you have rinsed out the color, well, actually, no, I lied. Before that, the best is to always wash your hair with cold water, as cold as you could possibly get it. Because that's the natural secret for creating natural lustrous shine when you get out and when it dries. Because what cold water actually does, it helps to lock the cuticle down so that it's what creates that
cuticle
natural shine.
Yes, cuticles with things on your fingernails.
No, hair has cuticle too. The cuticle is the outer part of the hair strand, Dave.
I've never heard
which
of that.
Some people actually don't know. But yes, hair actually contains 3 different layers. There's the cuticle, which is the outer layer. Oh, geez. This is awkward. Why have I forgotten? I forgot what the second layer is. I think it's only 3. Or actually, no. Some people only have 2. But the inner strand is the medulla.
The medulla oblongata.
Yes, the medulla oblongata. Thank you, Dave. Sorry, I'm like bouncing around here.
Wow.
So purple hair. So yes, with the fashion colors, guys, I suggest definitely rinsing your hair with cold water throughout the entire process. Shampoo. Once you rinse your hair, wash with cold water. Shampoo, and then rinse with cold water. Apply conditioner. Rinse with cold water. Because that actually is what keeps your hair from fading, especially if you have like those fashion colors. Because everyone's always like, okay, Lucian, how does your blue hair stay so blue so long? My secret is because I like constantly wash with cold water all the time. That's my trick. Question. Opal asks how to deal with massively oily hair. Opal, that's a good question because as you wouldn't believe it, right now my hair actually looks beautiful, but most of the time I have super oily hair, you guys. My hair will get oily, like super oily by the end of the day. So oily, you could take my hair oils and like freaking, fry bacon. Yes, exactly. Fry bacon and eggs with it. It's disgusting the amount of oils I get in my hair. But what I suggest with that is to wash every other day. Or if you don't want to, another trick is to buy a tiny, tiny little can of dry shampoo to bring with you. Especially for me, I hate washing my hair a lot because it's weird. Washing your hair often will cause your hair to dry out more often. So it's actually best to wash it and prolong as much as you can in order to preserve the natural oils in your hair. So I suggest if you don't like to wash your hair every single day, or you don't want to, or you can't, dry shampoo is your best friend. And I just saw another question. Question, if a bottle of conditioner says to leave it on for 3 minutes, is that really necessary? I mean, Ozark, honestly, it depends on how dry your hair is, because honestly, the longer you leave the conditioner on, the more it allows to penetrate the cuticle, which will actually give the hair the nutrients that it needs. So I actually tend to try and leave conditioner on even longer than that. Hey, what you could do easily is put it in your hair, step out the shower, wrap your hair up in, I don't know, plastic bag or something, and just sit in front of the TV for a little bit and chill. I mean, it's not like it's going to damage your hair if you leave it on for like an hour or so. I've done that. Honestly, if you don't leave it on for as long as it's recommended, then it kind of didn't really do anything to your hair. I mean, yeah, it'll give it the sensation and the feeling afterwards that your hair feels great, but that will vanish super quickly because you didn't give the hair enough time for the conditioner to seep in and actually take effect. Ooh, hold on.
What the hell is this?
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, we got
Hi, Sherry Bug. Hi, Thomas.
Christmas card. Becky.
Oh. Okay. Hold on, guys. Sorry, we just got a Christmas card from our best friends who just got married, and I was in their wedding with them. This is my best friend Becky, and then oh geez, this is weird. And her husband Terrence. I actually used to work with him. Super cool, guys. Okay, I saw another question. Actually, this is a very important one. Shauna asks, how can you treat hair with hard water? So, Shauna, I suggest getting a shampoo that is geared towards clarifying. So it'll literally say clarifying shampoo on it. Because what hard water does is it creates buildup in your hair, making your hair feel disgusting and super like just heavy feeling. So I suggest getting something that's clarifying. Also, a cool brand that I like to use. I mean, I don't have hard water, but I've had a lot of clients that do have hard water. Is we like to use a product that is called Malibu. They have a whole line of Malibu products, and you can actually ask if you go to any salon. They usually will sell like little packets of Malibu, and it's literally just like a treatment for hard water. And if not, then just go get a shampoo that says clarifying on it. Because what clarifying shampoo is geared towards is to strip all the disgusting minerals that are in your hair and leave your hair with light feathery feeling. Sarana said, I have oily hair. In the summer, I wash every other day. In the winter, I do it once every 3 days. I do the exact same thing, Sarana, because during the summer, obviously, it's a lot hotter, a lot more humid. So your hair tends to suck up all the moisture around. And that's why I tend to shampoo a lot more. Obviously, during the winter, it's a more drier season. So for people who have oily hair, we don't necessarily need to shampoo as much, compared to the opposite spectrum for people who have more drier hair. They need to actually wash less during the winter. No, more during the summer and less. No. Wait a minute. Hold on. Why is this so confusing for me? Wait, let me picture this. I have drier hair during the summer, so I need to wash less. Dry hair during the summer, or during the winter it's drier. Oh no, girl, you just gotta stop shampooing as much all the time because your hair is so dry. Thomas said, I sort of leave mine to get greasy before washing it so that it conditions itself. Is that a thing? I don't use much in the way of products. Actually, Thomas, that isn't bad to do because what it does is it allows your hair to soak up the natural oils that it has, and that actually is actually beneficial to your hair. And what I actually like to do, as weird as it is a lot of the time we get mostly oily up in the scalp here. So what I do throughout the day, as weird as it is actually go like this a lot, because it takes those natural oils that you get built up here and it distributes them evenly through the hair shaft. So if you're feeling a little bit dry, you guys, and especially on like the mid strands and ends, just go like this and pull it on through. That's just kind of like a little trick that I do every once in a while. Well, actually quite a lot, because my hair does sometimes get really dry. Like right now, it's not too bad, but it can get a little drying. But that's only because I colored my hair and toned it a lot when it was that weird kind of cool coppery color, and then went black, and now my hair is just... Oh, well, 10 minutes in, I'm in chat. YouTube tells me you're on. Oh no, fatty fat. Hi, Sherry Bug. Okay. Question. Owl's Perch says, I have curly hair, but there are some parts of my hair that won't curl correctly. How can I get tighter curls? Combs, braids? Owl's Perch. So actually, there's a few things you can do. Actually, Owl's Perch, quick question. How long is your hair currently? Before I even answer that question. And then while I'm waiting for your response, Owl's Perch, Marge asks, can shaving or shortening hair make it thicker? That is a myth. Shaving your hair or shortening it will not make it thicker. Your hair is designed to grow exactly at the DNA that you were born with. But the reason why it makes it appear thicker, you guys, is because, for example, think about it. If your hair is as long as mine, you have all this length up on your head. It's weighing your hair down. If you cut your hair, you're actually creating and causing the hair to lift up, which gives the appearance that you have thicker, fuller hair. That's why a lot of the time when people have very fine hair, they cut their hair shorter and want all these layers, is because it'll actually help to raise the hair up, because you don't have all that length that's like dragging your hair down. See, Lucian, we told you we wanted hair talk. I'm going to save this video. Yay! This is good. This is good, you guys. I'm actually glad that I'm able to help you guys. Owl's Perch, wet or dry? How long is it, Owl's Perch, when it is dry? Because if you tell me how it is when it's dry, I will be able to actually tell how much shorter it'll get naturally when it's wet. Well, actually, it's the other way around, because your hair, when it's wet, especially for curly people, as you all know, when your hair's curly and it's dry, it actually springs up. When it's wet, it actually drags down a bit. That's why when we're cutting curly hair and it's wet, we actually cut it with less tension, because we know when it dries, it's going to spring up. Dry, it's shoulder length. Wet, it's past shoulders, almost mid-back. Ooh, damn. So, Owl's Perch, for you, I would actually suggest adding a little bit of layer to your hair. Oh, actually, do you have layers in your hair, Owl's Perch, or is it just one length? Sorry, I'm asking all these questions. It's imperative for me to know, to give the proper advice. Okay, she has significant shrinkage. And hold on, I'm just going to scroll up because I completely forgot what that question was. Excuse me. Justin. So Justin asked, is there a way to thicken up hair that is thinning? Honestly, Justin, the only thing I can think of with thinning hair is very, very tricky. Dave's like right here snoring. This is hilarious. Like, hold on, you guys. Where is he? He's like hiding behind me.
I'm right here.
Oh, you all heard that, right? I ain't lying.
No, you're lying.
So wait. So going back to the thinning hair. Honestly, I would, if your hair's thinning, the only best thing you really can do is to add layers to your hair, because Justin and I noticed your hair is like really long and one length. If you add some layers, it'll actually give you that natural kind of lift to your hair, which I obviously struggle a little bit because I have fine hair. I used to have thick hair when I was young, but I bet you guys didn't know this. Hair changes every 7 years. So that's probably why I no longer have the thick hair like I used to in high school. I now have thin hair that likes to lay flat, which is why I actually shampoo every other day so that I don't have all those oils that are like weighing my hair down. But at the same time, I hate how my hair looks right when I get out of the shower and it's dry. And that first day hairdo, I'm just like, oh no, girl. It always looks better the second day. Let me scroll up here to Alice Perch. See, she said, I do have layers, not drastic layers. So then, Alice Perch, with your curls, because you said some of them are curly, some of them are straight. The girl in my salon that I work with, she actually suffers from the same thing because she colors her hair so much that it's gotten to the point where she used to have nice little curls and now it's like literally just kind of waves. So what she will do is sometimes at night, she will braid her hair before she goes to bed. She will then let it dry overnight. And then in the morning when she wakes up, she will take all the braids out. And then it gives it kind of like that nice, even texture. Another thing that I would suggest is you can use curl products. For example, most lines today have a specific product geared towards curly hair. So yeah, it's really just about putting it in there, scrunching it up, and then just kind of letting your hair do its thing. I mean, honestly, adding more layer to your hair will actually help your hair bounce up more and revive some of those curls. Because what I think it is it's obviously the weight of the length of your hair, since it's all down to your shoulders and you only have a little bit of layer. Those longer pieces are actually weighing down. So imagine, like, for example, my hair is layered. So this is my shortest piece up here. It's the shortest piece, whereas I have pieces down here that are a lot longer. So if I have this down here, that's a lot longer. It's weighing down there, whereas the pieces that are shorter here are actually springing up. And that's what's causing the two different types of curls that you see. Stylist asks questions, Lucian. Ooh, hold on. Where did I just see that? So it's okay. Yes, stylists do ask questions. Hey, I ask questions every single time. Blue, blue, blue. Lucian, you are young. I'm not that young. I'm like 29. No, I'm kidding. That's like super young. I'm like still a baby. See, you guys. He said he's not asleep. Girl, please. Sherry Bugs asks, I have very fine hair. I dyed it blonde this summer. How soon can I color treat it after bleaching so I don't destroy my hair? Oh God. Okay, so Sherry Bug. First off, what color are you thinking of going? Because once you go blonde, actually you can literally color it right after, because really what's going on is when you color your hair darker, you're actually depositing pigment back into the hair shaft. So it'll actually make it appear a lot softer and healthier looking. I mean, yeah, it'll then over time feel a little bit drier than normal, but it's not really doing that much damage because you're putting the pigment back in. What really causes that feeling of dryness and brittleness is the bleach, because when you bleach your hair, you're taking all that pigment out, all that moisture, everything that your hair needs. So when you color it darker, you're actually putting everything back in. So that's why a lot of the time, I bet a lot of you have noticed when you go blonde, you're like, oh, my hair feels so dry and disgusting. But then when you color it darker, you're like, oh my God, look at how like luscious my hair looks. It's soft, it's shiny. It's because you're putting all that pigment back into your hair that bleach takes out. My hair seems to have darkened a bit over the last few years. What color was your hair before, Thomas, and what color is it now? Now you have like, isn't it kind of like a blondish brown, I think? biotin is good for hair growth and thickness, right? Actually, Denise, biotin actually helps with it's not really more of thickness, it's more of it helps with growth. It kind of speeds up growth because I actually have taken biotin before and I noticed my hair grew like crazy. I mean, naturally, your hair at the root as it grows in will always be the strongest part of your hair because it's like the freshest part that just grew out of your scalp. So as we get more down the hair strand, it gets less and less like amazing feeling. The end of your hair will always be the most dry and brittle naturally because it's the part that's been exposed to the environments around you the longest. Curl products are so hard to navigate. My scalp has a lot of residue from my natural oils, then the product on top. Actually, Owl's Perch, what I would recommend for you is, well, actually, here's my question. What kind of products do you use for your hair? And while I'm waiting on that, Denise says, so I haven't dyed my hair. I just added that word in a few weeks, and it's time to dye again. I'd like to grow out my gray, but the gray is sporadic. My hair is kind of long. Do you recommend I make it? Blah, blah, blah. What do you recommend to make it look less like crap? Actually, Denise, what I would recommend is going to a salon and asking for to see if they have a hair color specifically for gray, because actually no. Grays are tricky because honestly, if you're trying to grow your grays out, blonde is the best way to naturally cover the gray, but at the same time, as it grows out, then you can stop coloring it less. Because as we all know, lighter blonde hair camouflages gray a lot easier because it's kind of lightish. But at the same time, it's like you kind of need something that's of more of a gray blending. And what I mean by gray blending, Denise, is it's color that's formulated so that it doesn't cover every single gray hair strand. It actually will naturally not cover all the gray so that you can let it grow out. And so it's not like you have that line, because a lot of the time people are like, oh, I want to cover my grays, but then they don't want to, and they want to embrace their grays. But as they grows out, it's like they have these lines of demarcation where they previously colored their hair. And a lot of today, people are very interested in their natural grays, which I'm so actually happy about. But then again, it's like, actually, I just realized if people were accepting their gray, they wouldn't need us anymore, and I'd go out of business. Sorry, and I'm gonna go back to, oh my god, so many questions, guys. So Alice Perch said curl products. Oh wait, I just said that. Lucian, I think you should discussing picking the best unnatural and natural colors for your lifestyle, skin type, etc. Sure, I can talk about that. Hold on, guys. Hold on, I'm just catching up in the chat here. My hair is almost past my butt, so I guess the weight is why my curls aren't as tight. How many inches would you recommend I cut to get the curls back? Honestly, Jess, it depends on how comfortable your oh gosh, your hair's that long. I would recommend at least about probably below your shoulder blade, and then add some layers, because then your hair won't be so short that you'll feel super uncomfortable, but it'll give you that bounce you need, and your curls will definitely come back, because it's all that length that is causing your curls to kind of fizzle out. Question. I have eczema on the back of my head and neck. Any natural ways to help it? On the back of my head and neck. That's actually a good question. Sadly, I do not have an answer for that because, oh, hold on. I need to have, oh, Dave, look out, look out. I need to sit back for a minute. Because I actually don't have that, and I actually haven't had any clients that have had eczema. Oh, actually, I lied. Tea tree shampoo is really good for hair that is dry, and I know eczema deals with dry skin, right? Because I think my brother has eczema and he uses tea tree shampoo. Is it true long hair and wearing a hat all the time can cause receding hairline? Actually, Patty Pat, that is true, because if you think about it, your hair's pulled back like that. When you have a cap and you're moving it around all day like this, it's naturally tugging at your hairline. So it's kind of similar to if you always tie your hair up into a tight ponytail, it's because you're pulling at that cuticle all day long that it's naturally just going to want to kind of tug at your hair, which will cause hair to like fall out and to break off. And that's what causes so many split ends. So yes, wearing a hat less often will help. And even if you have to wear a ponytail every day, I recommend a very loose ponytail, not a super tight one. My hair doesn't hold color for very long. It doesn't take perm, so I quit worrying with it. Oh, you have very resistant hair then, Tessa. Oof. Yeah, I've dealt with. Actually, we had one client that came in the other day, or actually a couple weeks ago, and my manager did a color on her, and it was like literally the color was supposed to be my color, but it like barely covered the front. And for some reason, she was like, I don't get it. I formulated it correctly, and it didn't cover the very front. And I was like, oh, honey, that's because she has very resistant hair right there. So it's actually very true. Some people do have very resistant hair that does not like to accept color. Hi, Lucian. Is there a brand of hair colors that you would recommend that washes out as you wash it, like purple or magenta? Yes. I actually recommend, so in the coloring world, there are 3 types of hair colors. We have we have temporary, semi-permanent, demi-permanent, and permanent. Okay, I lied, there's 4. So let me break it down. Temporary is the one that will literally wash out when you wash your hair. So it literally will stay in only till you wash it. Then we have semi-permanent, which is similar to the temporary, except the only difference is with semi-permanent is it will wash out over probably 4 washes. Then we have the demi-permanent, which helps with gray blending. And it also is good for those who are their first time coloring and they're very scared to color their hair, but they don't want it going too dark either. So what's good about the demi-permanent is it will last a while, but it'll fade out. You'll still have a darker color, but it won't be as dark as if you used permanent. And then obviously permanent lasts until you cut it out. So to answer your question, Heather, so is there a brand of colors that you would recommend washes out as you wash it? For purple or magenta. I don't know if you guys have a Sally's Beauty Supply near you, but I would recommend going there or even online to sallybeautysupply.com. Actually, here, let me type it in the chat here. sallybeauty.com. And they deliver, you guys. It is it's a beauty supply store that is open to the public. Because most beauty supply stores nowadays, you need to have a license in order to purchase things, but Sally Beauty is the one place that the public can go to. And I would recommend looking at the color line, either Wella and I'm typing this in for you, Heather, or Ion are the 2 different brands I would recommend. Excuse me. Oh my God, scrolling up here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep up with everyone. Okay, hi Thomas. Hello everybody. Hi Thomas. Owl's Perch. I currently use tea tree oil, shampoo, and conditioner, Tresemme mousse, and a deep conditioner twice a month. My curls look better with mousse, but doesn't feel great. Yeah, it's because mousse actually I find a lot of the time, and I actually have clients that complain about this, is the mousse actually does great at holding the curl formation because it's designed to have a hold effect. But one thing I notice, Owl's Perch, is people complain about the fact that it makes their hair feel very crunchy. So actually what I would recommend for you is to actually switch to a leave-in conditioner is always a great thing because you can leave that in all day, every day. It's not going to damage your hair. It's going to actually make your hair feel great. And on top of that, it doesn't leave that crunchy feeling, which is what you do not like, according to the fact that you just told me that you put mousse into your hair. Also, another route would be to use a curl cream. If you go to a, what's the brand? Smart Style, they sell their line, Design Line. And if you go into Design Line, they actually have a curl cream that has a creamy feeling. It'll help bring back the curls, but it won't make your hair feel all crunchy, but does have a slight hold to it. Hope that helped. Owl's Perch. Thank you, Lucian. I don't want to go short, but I miss my curls. Oh, yeah, Jess, you don't have to go like super short. Like you can still, even the slightest amount, even if you go like 2 or 3 inches shorter and then add just a little bit of layering, it'll really help to bring some of that curl back, Jess. I love that you're sharing your knowledge about hair with us, Lucian. No problem, you guys. I'm a hairdresser, so I love actually sharing my knowledge with you guys. Gold Bond has a natural lotion. Yes, I think so. I wouldn't know. Dry skin does suck. Tea tree oil diluted, of course. Oh, actually, here. I will give you guys a little trick. Well, I fixed half the problem. I used to have hair down my mid-back. Wow, that's a lot of hair. Oh, I typed that. Wow, I was reading my own thing. Garnier's curl cream is the best I've used so far. Oh, that is good, Jess. I actually used to use their curl cream when I had, surprise, I had a perm back in the day. This was like right when I started hairdressing. Actually, right after I graduated. And my best friend needed a model for her perm class. But of course, no one in her salon was willing. None of her friends were willing. And I was the only one willing. Because I was like, you know what? I've always been jealous of my brother's curls. And I was like, why not? I've never had curly hair. So I permed my hair. And when it was permed, I actually used Garnier. I completely forgot about that curl cream. Thank you, Jess. Tips on making hair longer. Honestly, my tip for that, Opal, is to condition your hair as it's growing out and get regular haircuts. I know people, when they're trying to grow their hair long, do not like to cut their hair, but let's face it, guys, you need to cut your hair because, I mean, even if it's literally like trimming it, like my hair, let's see, December, January, February, March. Oh, wait. Oh, that was a year ago. Jeez. My hair, was it a year ago? No. Oh my God. So this is how fast my hair grows. 5 months ago, my hair was long on top and all this on the side was shaved to 0. Like skin, you guys. And I've been letting it grow out. The trick is you will get, well, if you're growing it out from short, which most of you are not. Growing it out from super short, obviously you're going to get to an awkward stage. You need to push back through that awkward stage. It's the only way to get your hair. And just slowly, the trick is, guys, is to let the top grow out, especially if you have layers and you're trying to grow that layer out, and cut the bottom part of your hair so that it's like you're cutting this but letting this grow out, and it'll eventually kind of meet up. But if you're trying to grow your hair out, getting regular trims are good because you're cutting out most of the dead ends or potential split ends. And as I said earlier, guys, the ends are always the most damaged and the most dry parts of your hair. So when you think about it, you're cutting that out right there, which then gives your hair the rest of the strand here that's getting the rest of its nutrients. Because if you have really dry, damaged ends, it's actually not getting all the nutrients it needs. So it's just, you know, conditioning it, treatments every like couple weeks and just getting regular trims. I mean, it doesn't have to be a lot. I've been trying to grow my hair out, and literally all I got so far was like an inch off. And an inch, you guys, really makes a difference. At a bathroom. Hi everyone. Tips making hair longer. Let's see. My curly haircuts are on an 8-week schedule, and each time perfect. Yes, I love that schedule, Owl's Perch. That's fantastic. Yes, because guys, if you have long hair and it's not a complicated short haircut, I always suggest getting your haircut every 6 to 8 weeks because it allows your hair to still get that length. And then you can cut off a little bit, but it's not like you're literally letting it grow half an inch and then you're taking an inch off. That defeats the purpose. So Owl's Perch, you actually are on the perfect schedule. Someone kept asking me how long hair took to grow a few months. I couldn't tell them properly. He was going bald and wanted to cover a bald spot. So guys, hair grows half an inch every month. Unless you're like me, my hair literally grows like an inch every month. I don't know what it is. Some people's hair just grows slower. Some people's hair grows faster. My mom's her hair grows like super, super, super slow. So like literally in a year, I would have had like 6 different hairstyles compared to my mom. I will see her and then it's like, oh, your hair is pretty much the same like I just saw it last year. My mom's hair grows super slowly. But hey, everyone has different hair rate growths, and some people are blessed with super fast growing hair, and others just a little bit slower. But the average is half an inch every month. I went from long hair to super short. It feels amazing. And I love clients like you, Christine. We actually had one girl came in yesterday. I cut her hair, gave her this gorgeous pixie cut. I mean, she already had short hair to begin with, but she had hair down to her waist, you guys. And one day, I think, because she showed me pictures, she just came in one day and told Brenda, this was like a year back, and she just wanted to lop it all off. But that's like the best feeling when you have girls come in with super long hair and they're like, chop it off. And you're just like, yes. Plus, because I love doing pixie cuts. So I love it when girls come in with super short hair. I thought it must be roughly 6 inches a year growth speed. So 12, actually, let's see how much in a year. Let's do some calculations here. So if it grows half an inch, 0.5, a month, there's 12 months in a year. Yeah, that's 6 inches in a year. So, 6 inches a year. I had pixie cuts and loved it. Yes. Question. What is your opinion on deep conditioning? Is it needed for every hair type? Not really. The only time I ever suggest deep conditioning is if you color your hair, for example, if it's chemically treated. So what I mean by that is if you bleach it, you color it, if it feels super, super dry, or if you have naturally dry hair. Which, believe it or not, people can have naturally dry hair. Unlike me, I have the opposite. My hair is naturally super oily. So I have to wash my hair every other day because at the end of the day, my hair gets like freaking oily as hell. So actually, I'm going to very quickly go into some natural conditioners and treatments that you can do for your hair related to food. Because I know a lot of the time people are asking me, oh, can you use this? Can you use that? I'm just like, actually, you can. So if you guys want shiny hair, a trick, take eggs, crack the egg, open it up, separate the yolk and the gooey clear stuff. Throw away actually, no, you don't even have to throw away the yolk. I don't really know what else you'd use that for. But I actually used to use the clear part of the egg, lap it into your hair, let it sit. It'll get super hard feeling. Actually, not hard. It's hard to describe actually, it gets stiff. Your hair gets stiff. It's weird. And then you just rinse it out and it'll give your hair natural lustrous shine, like super crazy shine. I've had questions about coconut oil. Does that help with your hair? Yes, coconut oil naturally will give you shine and help to condition your hair. What else? Well, when you think about it, because with egg, it's protein, which is what your hair is made of. So, of course, egg would be kind of, I think, a natural conditioner as well. Other conditioners, I've heard that also, I've actually never tested it, but mixing, what's called? It's the stuff I hate. It's green. Dave, what's guacamole made of?
What's that?
What's guacamole? Avocado. Avocado. I actually have used avocado. Like I've literally just like squished up avocado, mixed it with coconut oil, and put that in my hair to condition it. Yes, egg white is pure protein. Hi, Kim J. Okay, yes, Kim J. If you cut your hair during the waxing and growing moon, will it grow faster? During the waning moon, it grows slower. I actually don't know that. I haven't really thought about like cutting my hair during the waxing and waning phases of the moon. I'm actually curious to research that now. Let's see. My aunt dyed her hair all the time, and now she has very brittle hair, and it has to stay short because it's fried. Yes, dyeing your hair a lot will do that to you. She must have had gems. Cuticle. Is it true dyeing your hair makes it appear thicker? Yes, that is actually true. Especially if you're coloring your hair from blonde to a darker color. As I said before, the reason why your hair appears a lot shinier and thicker is because when you bleach your hair, you're stripping the hair of all the insides of the hair. You're taking out all that pigment, which is what your hair has inside. So when you think about it, that's what causes your hair to go all dry and very blah looking and dull. When you color your hair darker, it naturally gives it its shine back and makes it appear a lot stronger and thicker because you're putting all that pigment back in. Avocado question. Is it true that wrapping your hair in a towel after shower can damage your hair? Well, actually, yes, that is true, you guys, because believe it or not, when your hair is wet, it is actually at its most vulnerable state. Because when you think about it, think of hair. When it's dry, like right now, if I go like this, see how it's like snapping back, and it's like you can obviously feel your own hair, and it's like super thick and it's not going anywhere. When your hair's wet, it actually will stretch. So if you have your hair all wrapped up when it's wet, think about it. The towel is tugging your hair, which is causing your hair to pull, and eventually it will actually snap, especially if you do it all the time. Which is also another thing that I don't like to do, is I hate to comb my hair when it's wet. I actually will just use my fingers or a wide tooth comb to comb my hair when it's wet. And when I mean wide tooth, like literally the teeth have to be like that wide. Or I will just gently run my fingers through, and then I just let my hair blow dry. I hate using any heat on it because that actually dries your hair out. No pun intended, because it's a dryer. It's meant to dry your hair. But no, like it will dry your hair. Like as in damage it further. Not like dry it meaning just dry it. But yes, I like to air dry my hair. What? No way. Way. What other questions do you guys have? Is there anything else you guys want me to talk about? Love having short hair, air dry in about 20 minutes. Right, Patty Pat, mine doesn't dry for about at least 30 minutes if I'm lucky. And that's with the cold air blasting in my car on my face. That's what she said. Hi, Denise. How are you? Hold on. I'm just going to scroll up to see if I can find that, because I knew Marge wanted me to talk about something, and I forgot what it was. And I think I went too far. Marge, if you're there, what was it that you wanted me to talk about? You had a suggestion, and I can't seem to find it. Hold on. I don't think I went back far enough. Question for that. Oh, here it is. Lucian, I think you were just picking the best natural colors for your lifestyle and skin type. So, geez, how do I describe that? Because it's like picking the best kind of colors. Okay, so for example, if you have my skin type, where you're it's hard to describe because this is something that I literally need like a sheet of paper in my face to describe, because obviously everyone has different skin tones. Everyone has, it all goes with the underlying pigments. So for me, I can rock blonde, but it has to be a very specific blonde. I can't rock the very ashy cool tones that are blonde. I can rock more of the golden tones. I can rock more of the brunettes, obviously. I can rock obviously black because my hair is black. But let's see. I'm trying to think of different skin types. Also, another thing is when it goes to the fashion colors, for me, I know I can't pull off red. That's weird, though. It's because I can pull off natural colors of the more warmer tones. But then when it comes to fashion colors, I can't pull off magenta. I can't pull off reds. But I can pull it off more when it's more of the warmer mocha colors. Oh, wait, that's not unnatural. I can pull off green. I can pull off blue. Oh my god, it's so hard because like everyone has different skin tones, and you know what I need to do is I need to do another segment of this where I have a chart so I can let you guys know, like, okay, if you have this skin type with this underlying pigment, this is the perfect shades that you can go for that will rock and bring out the better you. Question. Yeah. Oh, septum piercings, maybe another video. Oh, wait, what? What about septum piercings, Marge? How to apply pomade. Pomade, well, any type of product, you guys, if it's pomade or if you're putting gel or anything, the only trick to that is really emulsifying it. So really rubbing it in your hands actually gets it to break up and it'll be easier to apply. The number one thing when applying gel or any product is you want to avoid, like most people do, including me sometimes, is putting everything in the front of your hair. So what you do is if you actually do that, you're putting all that product smack right there, and then you just end up having like a greasy looking head. What I suggest when you apply is you actually start with the back and actually kind of like go like this to your hair to kind of get it on there, and then go in there and pull it through to the ends. That way you're evenly distributing the product into your hair and you're not getting like a massive wad amount right on your forehead. Also for curly hair, you probably already know this, but I'm just going to say it anyways. When it comes to curl products and your curls, the best thing to do is to not just put it in your hair and then pull it through. You actually want to rub it in your hands, take the product, and then just kind of scrunch your hair like this. That way you will keep the curls intact, and it's what prevents your hair from looking all frizzy. Because a lot of the time people will just take the product, go like this, and then kind of go like that, and then their hair will just like end up frizzing out like that. So if you want your hair to have those natural tight curls, scrunch is your best friend. Cool. Where did the question go? I just saw it. Question: does diffusing curly hair help? What's your opinion on Diva Curl? Oh my god, Diva Curl products and dryers. I have a friend that uses Diva Curl products and she absolutely loves it. Her hair's like crazy curly when it wants to be, and she uses Diva Curl products. And the dryer, I actually worked at a salon where they only used Diva Curl products. Oh Lord, Dave, you're moving my computer. Really good product line. I definitely suggest it. Dave, you just ruined my lighting.
Oh, sorry.
It does help. Really, really good stuff. Just to let you know, Owl's Perch. Thomas says, mine seems to take about 2 to 3 hours to naturally dry, but then I don't use a dryer or anything or any other thing to quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I saw how long your hair was, Thomas, and how much hair you had. Of course, it's going to take a long time to dry naturally. Like, when I get out of the shower, my hair isn't that long, but, like, it takes a good at least 30 minutes or 45 for my hair to fully dry. And that's with no blow drying it. A pink, ruddy complexion. Ooh, pink. I'm trying to remember. Honestly, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been years since I've like it. That's the thing though, is with complexions, you sometimes also have to factor in what there's other things other than just the complexion that you need to actually suggest a proper hair color for someone. For me, it's very, very visual. I have to actually look at your hair, look at your face in order to really get a good picture of what other color would look good on you. My hair is very dark chestnut brown. Which color is better to do the tips? For example, blue, purple, and such. Sorry, Denise, give me a second here. I'm just trying to think of blue and purple in my mind. You said it's a very dark chestnut brown. Actually, darker, deeper tones are the best when doing like the deeper fashion shades because it'll blend a lot more. For example, someone who has lighter hair, like a medium brown or a blonde, adding purple or blue will look cool, but like especially if you like that medium brownish color, that will actually look really weird. I've seen people who have had like medium brown hair color and they have blue ends, and it's like that just looks kind of off. Because when you think of an ombre, they always start with a deeper root and then it transitions into a lighter color. So obviously if you had like a medium brown that all of a sudden was just like purple on the ends, there's no actual flow to it. So if you have that very dark chestnut brown, it actually is a lot easier to create that softer transition. Oh, I'm so glad you guys really liked this. Yeah, I definitely need to start doing more of these videos. I did not think like, actually, I never thought about it. Yeah, I'm going to start doing, I can start doing like hair cutting tutorials. I can do tips and tricks on what colors to go. Yeah, this was just to kind of get to answer more of your questions for today. And I can start doing more glamour series for you guys as well on this channel. Yeah, we can do lots on this. Where did it go? Okay, here we are. Make another video on septum piercings, maybe. There's so many people that might want to get one. Actually, I will answer questions about septum piercings right now because it's super easy and super quick. Septum piercings are, first, you want to go to someone you absolutely trust. Because in your nose, obviously, there is a thin little thing that divides between the two sides of your nose. The thing is that's very tricky because there's one little area in your nose in between that is soft enough to pierce. That's literally like thin skin. The rest of it is cartilage. So if you pierce it wrong, it's extremely painful, which is why a lot of people are very, very, very hesitant on getting their septum piercing because they're like, oh my God, I don't want that pain. And imagine having the feeling of getting your cartilage pierced, but in your nose. And I've seen horror videos of people that they've gotten their septum piercing pierced wrong. and they were like, it took forever to heal, and it was just horrible pain. For me, the guy pierced it perfectly. There was no pain. The only pain I felt was from the clamps that he had. I didn't even feel the needle going through. I didn't feel the jewelry going in. And even after then, the healing was fantastic. I didn't feel any pain. There was nothing. The only time I did feel something was if I was moving my piercing to clean it, but that's only if, like, you know, your boogies kind of went through. That's the only time it's super painful. But other than that, it's like the quickest and easiest piercing to heal. Oh my god, that's what I do. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing something right. Yay, Denise. Best way to let your gray shine without growing it out. Stop coloring it. Because if you stop coloring it, then obviously your grays are going to pop out, unless you want to blend it in so that as you grow it out, it has a softer blend, is obviously coloring it blonde first, getting highlights all over, and then slowly growing it out. Therefore, it'll be an easier transition. Because obviously, if you've colored your hair with permanent color or any color, you're covering that gray. So the only best way is to just stop coloring it. Therefore, it'll kind of what's the word? Your hair will, that color will fade and the gray will shine through. Sorry, guys, I'm just scrolling through the chat here. Hi, Katie. Oh, good. Christine asks how often you should do hot oil treatments. Honestly, it really depends on how dry your hair is. If your hair is super, super dry, I suggest doing it at least twice every week. If it's not as dry and you just need like that little extra boost, then probably you could get away with just once a week, honestly. And if like absolutely natural, you've never colored your hair, never done anything to it, and it's super, super healthy, then you only really need to do it like once every month. Shauna, if you want, I'll collab on Pinterest for you for your wedding. Mine is already done. 2 binders and Pinterest boards. Oh my god, you guys. I remember when Dave and I were getting married and I had like a whole binder of like wedding stuff. And it was so cute. And then I tossed that out all out the window. Because we had a very unconventional wedding. We didn't do it inside a church. The first wedding we had, we actually did it outside in the freezing cold. We just had a friend officiate us. We had already done all the paperwork and we just had him, we were outside, said our adieus, and then we came home and had a party. And then the second wedding was on an island, if you remember that, Dave, and that was a lot more laid back, but still a lot of fun. And my mom planned that whole thing. That was a lot of fun. Question. What detangler would you recommend for little ones who hate their hair combed, LL, or regular maintenance to prevent as many knots as possible? Jess, one thing I recommend is actually braiding their hair before they go to sleep. That way, when you unbraid it, it'll be a lot easier to comb because it won't actually get tangled. And for a detangler, I actually recommend, oh my God, it was in our salon. Oh, no. If you go to, where did I see it? Well, Walmart, it's real. Honestly, there is not much of difference between a kid's detangler and an adult detangler. A detangler literally is just leave-in conditioner. So honestly, you could use any leave-in conditioner to help detangle hair because that's its purpose. But obviously, the best thing to do is to braid their hair before they sleep. Therefore, it doesn't get all tangled and knotted up. Yes, we so should. Wait, whose wedding is it? Joe and I said stuff at all and went to Oh, and went to Vegas. That's so cool. I've never been to Vegas yet, you guys. That's like one of my lists. So my list is like Vegas, Ireland, New Orleans, Greece. Trying to think of where else I haven't been. Well, those are really the 4 places on my list right now. Oh, you suck at braiding, but definitely going to try. Okay, well then, if not braiding, honestly, the best bet is to brush their hair before they go to bed, not obviously the next day when it's already tangled. Oh, no problem, Al's Perch. I'm actually glad. I didn't think that people would be so interested in this. So I'm actually glad that I brought this up and doing a hair talk. This might become a regular thing, you guys, on Fridays. Wait, today's Friday, right? Yeah. Okay, guys. So I have actually been on. Well, wait. How long have I been on? Oh, geez. How long? Oh, God, an hour. So I'm actually going to wrap it up now. I'm going to start writing down some things, so I'm a little bit more prepared because I didn't realize what type of questions people would be asking. So today, this was more of just a trial and error to find out what questions you guys were interested in. But if you guys have any more questions or topics you want me to cover for the next video, you can always type it down in the comments box down below after this video uploads. So with that said, I'm just going to wrap it up. Tomorrow, Dave, are you going live for your Saturdays?
Yeah, if we get up.
If we get up, what you expecting us to die?
Well,
you expecting us not to wake up? Of course we're gonna wake up.
Oh, I know how you sleep.
I sleep like that dead. No, but yep. So Dave's gonna be going live 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
8:30? No.
Or is it 9?
No, I go around 9:30.
Oh, Dave's going on at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then we're doing Popcorn Party Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My interview with Papa Squirrel, you guys, is going to be Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Monday, around 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be doing the Witch's Moon Yule unboxing. So exciting because it arrives Monday. Cannot wait. But yeah, they're asking, is Mama Gandra going to be making an appearance for Saturday?
I think she might.
She might be coming, you guys. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are watching that have never watched before, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys tomorrow morning for Saturdays. Have a good night, everybody. Bye, everyone. No problem, you guys. Bye. Oh, wait. Hold on. I don't want to start my computer. Go away. Try in an hour. Close updates and broadcast. Okay. Figured it out, you guys. Let's try this again. Bye, everyone. Oh, my gosh.